Today we are cooking a cheesy chuck steak casserole. It's the ultimate comfort food, absolutely tasty, healthy comfort food. If you have palate fatigue from Carnivore, this is the recipe for you. It is perfect for food prepping, for old and young, for fussy eaters. So let's go. First off, we're starting with 1 kilo of chuck steak. So I've got 1 kilo of chuck steak. I think it looks pretty good. As you can see in this section, it's got a decent amount of fat, which is what we want. So the next step is I'm going to be tenderizing the meat and adding some salt and herbs to it. Of course, you don't have to do this, but it really does make a difference. It's really surprising, even for cuts of meat that you're going to be doing in a slow cooker and tenderizing. It really makes a difference. So we'll turn this over, like I said. So now we just stab it again. It's very satisfying. So if you want to skip it, you can, but it's funny sometimes with just a couple minutes, you can make your meal even nicer. So there we go. That's good enough, I think. I've got some Celtic sea salt. And we're just going to sprinkle some on the meat, as much as you want. Now I use herbs, it's optional, you don't have to, but I've got some garlic powder here and we'll just sprinkle some of that on top. So, just like that, easy peasy. And then we've got some onion powder and we'll add that too. Like that. And then the next herb I'm going to use, well, a spice I guess, is paprika. So I have to be careful with this one because it's got large holes. So we'll just get a bit on there, and that's looking great. And now I'm going to flip it over. Yay! And then we just do a bit more salt. I still get some fluid retention from salt, so I know a lot of other carnivores use a lot of salt. I just can't. But anyway, one day, hopefully that'll change because I do like salt. So we're just putting garlic powder on, paprika. Oh no, well this is onion powder. Yay! And then the paprika. So, like that. Nice. Doesn't look beautiful. Okay, so next step is we're going to use our trusty slow cooker. So I'm just going to rub the meat on the board just to get the last bit of herbs on the side. So I've got a nice large slow cooker. And we just put it down like that. Perfect. So the next step, guys, is I'm adding half a cup of water. Well, I was going to add half a cup of water, but to me, it doesn't look like that's enough liquid, so I'm just going to add a bit more. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's 1 cup. Australian 1 cup is 250 ml of liquid. Now, if you've got bone broth, use that. I would if I had it. So when I don't have bone broth, I just add some minced garlic to it. Otherwise, it just doesn't taste as good, in my opinion. So I got some minced garlic, and I'm going to be generous with the garlic. So we'll just do a nice dessert spoon, and it really does give it beautiful flavour. Now, chicken bone broth would be just amazing with it. Beef and lamb, I think either one would be great, or combination. So I'm going to put the heat on low. So now we're just going to put the lid on and let it slow cook, and then I'll show you what it's like when it's done. And then we've got a few other steps that turn this into something really delicious. It's been cooking for, I think, around an hour or so, an hour and a half. And I'm just going to turn this baby over. I don't know why I do it, guys. You probably don't need to. There we go. Looking good. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to add some butter to it. I've got this chunk of butter here. It's 66 grams of butter. Just randomly decided to add it. Hi guys, it's been 5 hours and this is the chuck steak. Just look at that. Now let's just see if it's tender. So let's just see if it's tender. Ooh. Just look at that. See here? It's quite nice and tender. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shred it now. So here it is, looking pretty good, I think. Let's just have a teeny taste. So good. So now to the cheesy part of this beautiful casserole. So guys, for the lovely cheesy element of this casserole, we have cream cheese. So I got this at Aldi and I took it out a few hours ago. So it's going to be nice and soft. So here goes. So there we go. Oops. So this is at the moment still on low. And what we're going to do, we're just going to incorporate the cream cheese into the chuck steak. Now if you get, I think they call it palate fatigue. So if you've been eating a lot of chuck steak and you're just getting a little bit sick of it, this is really nice. That's actually what happened to me. I cooked a lot of chuck steak for one of my skin cancer surgeries, and darlings, I got so sick of it. So this recipe was born out of, I had to do something to make it better. So here we go. So we're just incorporating this. Oops. Just look at that. Very beautiful, golden brown. And I'm very excited to eat it. So I didn't need that clean top, did I? Anyway, so we'll just incorporate that. It's looking very good. It's nearly all incorporated. We'll just, there we go. It's getting there. It's still got a lot of heat in it in the low setting. So every slow cooker is going to be different. Every slow cooker is going to be different. My old one didn't have as much power as this one. So just be mindful of that. So it's nearly there. So we're just going to keep stirring it in until every bit of that cream cheese is completely dissolved. Yeah, that looks good. It's nearly there. It's up to you how pedantic you want to be with it. You know, I probably wouldn't care quite as much, except for the fact that I'm filming right now. You know how it is. So, okay, here goes. Nice. So, that'll be just perfect. And as you can see, it looks different now. It's very creamy. So I'll just get a spoon, a big spoon. And you can see what it looks like. So that looks so good. So now we're going to grease it into our casserole dish. So now I'm going to transfer our beautiful chuck steak into our greased casserole dish. So it's going to be so good. And then we got another element to it as well. I decided to put an apron on to protect my top. So I'll just do that. So guys, let me know what herbs do you use, or do you not use herbs? So, it's looking good. So guys, I got most of the chuck steak into this casserole dish, or baking tray, baking pan. So we'll just even it out, and then I'll show you the next step. So for the next step, I have got 6 eggs, and we're just going to combine it. Now, if you wish, you could add some salt or pepper. I'm just going to leave it plain because I'm going to be adding some Parmesan cheese to the mix. So we beat that well, and I've got here 350 ml of cream. So I'm just going to pour the eggs into the cream. So that's full fat cream, and here goes. Lovely. And then we'll just use a fork or whisk and combine it until the egg and the cream are perfectly combined. It's looking pretty good. Just go a little bit longer. Nice. And then I'm just going to get a spatula and just get the last bit of egg into the cream. So for the next step, I've got some mozzarella cheese that I got from Aldi, and we're going to add it to our recipe. So we've got 1 cup of mozzarella. Now normally guys, I would be using cheddar cheese, but I ran out. So we're going to use the mozzarella. So use cheddar cheese, use whatever cheese you like. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is add some of this cheese into this sort of custard mixture. And let's see if I can incorporate the whole cup. I don't know, because I've never made this much with 6 eggs before. So we are making a big recipe. So just combine that. Yeah, we should be able to get there. Cool. I'm making a mess. So we'll just add the rest there. Just combine it. Lovely. Done. This mixture here forms like a fake mashed potato kind of vibe, which is why I like to combine the cheese, but I'm sure you could just put the cheese on the meat straight away. It'll be fine. So now we're going to pour our mixture on top of the meat. So just sort of combine it. Spread it as evenly as you can, and then I'm just going to get a spatula to scrape off here. You know what I mean. So now we are gilding the lily somewhat, because I've got another cup of mozzarella cheese. This is a really great recipe if you're food prepping. It will be perfect for freezing ahead, and then you can defrost it. So it's pretty good. So I'm making a mess, but it's okay guys. So we'll just try and spread some of that cheese a bit more evenly. Doesn't really matter because we've got the other part that's got the cheese in it, so it's going to be so lovely and gooey, all that fun stuff, great stuff. So that's looking pretty good. And now I've got 40 grams of Parmesan cheese. So now I've got 40 grams of Parmesan cheese that I've grated. Why 40 grams? That is exactly how much I had in this house. Now, when I add Parmesan cheese to, say, like my shepherd's pie recipe, I like to just put some around the edge so it gets really lovely and golden brown and crispy. So we've got some of the chunks that didn't grate because it was too small. That's fine, it's going to melt. So, and then guys, we're going to heat our oven up to 160 degrees Celsius with the fan on, so it makes it 180 if you don't have a convection oven. So there we go, easy. So into the oven it goes. Now if you want to, guys, you can reduce the amount of cheese in it. This is kind of a special treat thing. I don't eat it all the time, so I'm fine with it as a special occasion. Hi guys, our dinner is cooked, so let's have a look at it. Here it is. It's looking very golden brown. It was cooking for about 50 to 55 minutes, somewhere along that range. So one good thing to do when you make this dish is to let it sit for about 5 minutes before you serve it up. So it's been 5 minutes since I took it out of the oven, and I'm going to get a knife and we'll serve it up. So I'm just going to serve like a largish rectangle, and I'll go and get a bowl to put it in. This is such a hearty meal. Whoops, what I should do is just go along like that. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh wow, it's quite heavy too. So we'll just squish that in, and look at that. Now I have to taste it, and guys, I'm pretty hungry now, but also just look at that. I think it looks pretty nice. I admit that's a little bit too done, but it'll still taste good. Even though it's slightly cooked a little bit too long, this stuff here is so tasty. Just yum. Oh look, nice bit of a cheese pull there. Cool. So just look at that. It's really good. So delicate flavour. A little bit of crispy cheesiness. Yeah, it's just really yum, and it's very hearty. So guys, I hope you're going to try. Guys, the chuck steak itself has the most beautiful beef flavour. It's just so delicious. You have to try it. Hi darlings, thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. You are amazing and I love you so much. And while I got you, make sure you subscribe, share my videos and like them. It helps me so much. And I just want to thank you for just being the best support in the world. Mwah.